Hey there! Renee here from Florida Fun Family. So this weekend I participated in the Disney 2-course challenge for the 10th anniversary of Wine and Dine. I have done the princess races in the past. I did the challenge this February. I've done Disney Marathon Weekend, but just the half. And I've also done Star Wars. So this was the last of the series for me, although I am doing Marathon Weekend again because I'm going for the marathon in January. But this is the first time I've stayed off property, and I was so nervous because I've always had the luxury of being right at Disney and taking those buses, and I just didn't know what to expect. By the time I decided that I wasn't going to drive an hour from home, it was too late to find anything at Disney, so I sucked it up and I found something fairly inexpensive. I stayed at Mystic Dunes, but I found a really, really awesome deal right on their site too. And so I stayed there for 2 nights thinking, okay, I don't know how this is gonna go because right on the Disney site for RunDisney, they'll tell you, oh, expect road closures and expect delays, and if you can take transportation, take the Disney bus transportation. So yes, I was freaking out for my 10K on Saturday morning. And let me tell you, it was the easiest thing ever. And having experience with both the buses and driving myself in, I have to say not only did I save money, but it was quicker on the driving myself in than taking the bus. The only downside this time was normally you drive yourself into Epcot and that's where you park and that's where the race starts. That's always been the tradition, but with all of the construction at Epcot and basically at Disney, the races started at Magic Kingdom this time. So I parked at Epcot, but then I had to take a bus to Magic Kingdom. So I had to factor in a little extra time for that. When you take Disney buses, usually for the half marathon, they start at 3 a.m. and on the 5K and 10K, they start at 3:30. And they run until about 5. But you're supposed to be at the start line at 5. So I woke up at 2:30 in the morning, gave myself like 15 minutes to get ready, drink some coffee. But both days I didn't get out the door until 3 a.m. It took me 10 minutes from Mystic Dunes to park, and by 3:30, 3:40, I was already through bag check and taking pictures with characters, using the restroom, and then waiting in the corral with everyone else. So it was really, really quick once I got there. But the bus was the biggest deal for me this time. So normally when you're starting at Epcot, I think I could plan to leave a little later because you won't have to take that bus. The bus from Epcot to Magic Kingdom took like 20 minutes. Even though, you think, oh, you're at Disney, it takes a while with the buses. But with the road closures, it really wasn't a big deal. In fact, they had one lane open, so when I left the half, there was still one lane going down Osceola Parkway where I was fine and no issues. The really fun thing with the 10K was I finished pretty early, and I was able to roll down my window and honk and wave at all the runners that were still going, and they're woohoo back at me, and it was super fun and a really awesome experience to get to kind of participate in other people's run when I had just finished it. And of course, I can't end without showing you my awesome bling, because isn't that what RunDisney races are all about? Ooh, can you see that? So the 10K was Sven and Olaf, so it was a Frozen theme, which was awesome. And then it was super cute for the half. We had the Mickey, American Mickey, and then we have our 3 guys. Oops, is he upside down? Ooh, yes, they spin. And then you have your little charms, which I hear a bunch of people are losing. So 6.2, 13.1, and 19.3. So this was my medal for completing both the 10K and the half. And if you ask me if I would stay off property again and drive into the races, my answer would be absolutely yes. I can save money, and honestly, I saved time because it was quicker for me to get in my car than get on a bus. You have to wait at the resorts often for a second bus to come by, and I actually got lost with a bus driver going back to the Coronado Springs after my princess race, and it took us like an hour to get back to the resort, which was ridiculous because they're not any more knowledgeable than anyone else because they hire outside vendors for that from Mears, and I think that's their main vendor for that. So anyway, yes, go for it. Don't be afraid. You will be fine. It's all good driving into a Disney race. Renee from Florida Fun Family. See you next time.